is up, guys? Phoenix here, and today we're going to be working on that Team Mystic tutorial I was telling you guys about. So I've been grinding out these pixel art tutorials while I've had time to stream and all this other stuff, so let's just jump right into it. So first off, we're not going to be starting from the exact bottom of it, so what I want you to do is give yourself about 150 by 150 space, and also go up 10 from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you want to be safe, you can go up an extra like 2 or something like that. I'm probably gonna go and leave it like that. So we're gonna go up about 10. Let me just readjust the cameraman a little bit to the left, because what happens is the point I'm starting at right now, we're still gonna go below it later on. So once you have your 10 or 12 or whatever you want, right on top of it, you're gonna put a light blue wool, and that's what the color we're gonna be working with for the pixel art for the Pokemon Go stuff. So what I want you to do from this single is we're gonna work with the left side of it, and I'll show you how to set up stuff. So first, all you're gonna do is go up and to the left from it, 3 flat. So this is just working with placements. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. On that same diagonal, we're gonna go up and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And let's just clean up a little bit of the workspace and get rid of these dirt blocks. So we have 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. After that, we're gonna go up and to the left, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. And on the last pair of 2 flat we did right there, we're gonna go to the left block and put 1 on top. Now from there, we're gonna do a little bit of a setup. We're gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat pieces of coal. And that coal is going to help us later when we jump into the Articuno. But for now, we're going to stick with the one single we have right here. And we're going to put 2 to the right of it. 1, 2. Now we're going to go down and to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go down to the right, 1 single. And then down to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row again. So 1, 2, and then we already have the second one right here. So all you're gonna do now is fill in these 2 empty gap spots right here, and that's it for one of the bottom arches of Articuno. It's really quick right there, but that's it. We're gonna go above the 2 flat of coal or whatever you used right here, and that's where we're actually gonna start the body of Articuno. So hopefully you guys are ready for this. What we're gonna do first is go up and to the left, 3 flat from it. And if you want, you can cover the top of it actually too. So add 2 to the top, so it should be 5 in total. And I'm not saying you don't have to do it yet, but you can. You can surround all of these like you did with Team Instinct or Team Mystic with black wool, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna keep messing with the blue stuff. So let's go down and to left from here, 2 flat. Down to the left, 2 single. 1, 2. Down to the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to the left, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like I said, remember I told you to put it 10 off the ground because we're gonna go a little bit below it. But not too far below, we should be safe. What we're gonna do is go down to the right, 2 vertical now. And from the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're gonna go up and to the left of it and put 1 single, like so. Now from there, we're gonna go down and to the left, 1 single again. Down and to the left, 2 flat. Down and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from there, we can actually loop the tail back around, because we're not like staying at the bottom right here. We're gonna go back up and double up here. So at the end of the 3 flat, we're gonna go to the final block and put 1 above it and 1 to the left of that. So it ends up being 2. And that's what we're gonna work with. From there, we're gonna go up and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just get rid of this dirt right here. And like I said, we're like mirroring the tail, so we're gonna start going up and to the right and curve back inward now. So let's go up and to the right, 2 vertical next. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 3 single now. 1, 2, 3. And from there, we're actually going to switch over into flats, kind of like how we have right here. It switched over into the flat blocks, no more verticals. So we're going to up and to the right, 2 flat. And this is still on the same diagonal. And then 9 flat on the same diagonal as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Easy. You can recount it if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But hopefully you did it right the first time. I just didn't want to make any mistakes. After that 9, we're going to go down and to the right. So start going underneath it with the placement blocks. 3 flat. Down and to the right, 2 flat. 4 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. And now let's delete those dirt blocks. Perfect. And then we're going to start curving down to the base by going down to the right, 3 flat. 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And like I said, that's the base right there. So we're going to curve back up and it's going to actually reach into the body. So that's the pretty cool part right there. It's not too much curves, but it's a nice curve and it's very, I don't know how to say, it's very uniform, the whole thing. That's why I like this one the most. Even though I'm a Team Valor, I like the symbol that, in Minecraft for building Mystic the best. Not to say I like the symbol the best, I like building this one the best. Anyways. Now we're going to catch this side up, the bottom half. So let's go down and to the right from the 5 we have right here. 2 flat. 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. And let me just zoom out so you can see. We're then going to go down to the right, 1 single. Then 2 flat 2 times in a row. So 1 single. Then 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. From there, we're going to go down and to the right. 1 single again. Down and to the right. 2 flat. Down to the right. 1 single. And if you want to now, like I said, you can cover the original blocks like I showed you with black. So we'll do that. So the bottoms left, top and right side of each of them get covered with black wool. Let me just do that real quick. And now we're at the bottoms. Let me just fill that in. So that's how it should look. Oh, we're missing one. Oh, no, we're missing 2. Okay, perfect. Let me just zoom out and show you, and I'll jump right back into it in a second. Alright, so moving on from there, we had the 1 single on the bottom. What we're going to do is go to the bottom right of it. So we're going to keep putting our placement blocks underneath each time, or to the right side. That's more appropriate. Actually stick with the right side. I find that to be a lot more useful, as you'll see in the coming parts. So we're going to go down and to the right from there. 2 flat again. 1, 2. Placement. Down and to the right. 1 single. Down and to the right. 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And for the lowest part in this pixel art, or the lowest part in his like span, we're gonna go down and to the right. 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, 9. Very easy to do. And from there, we're actually going to curve back up. So it's going to be an up and to the right angle. And this is why I said put your placement block on the right side instead of underneath. Because when it was going down and to the right, you put your placement block on the bottom or the right. But since we're going from down and to the right to up and to the right, both sides have the right side in common. So if you just keep it on the right side, it's a lot faster. So we're going to go up and to the right from there. 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat. And we're just trying to reach the point in the pixel art that will start using verticals again to reach the upper parts of it. So we'll go up and to the right, 1 single again. And then up and to the right, 2 vertical. And here's where we transition right into the verticals. So it'll be a mix of verticals and singles until we reach the top area that we're desiring. So we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single again. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. placement block, 1, 2, up and to the right 6 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and from there we'll curve back inwards, but I want to get rid of these dirt blocks first, because you know I do not like them in the way, and once there's too many of them, like I think this is over 10 of them, I have to go back and clean them up. So what we're going to do now from this 6 vertical is curve it up and to the left and then bring it back down to the rest of the tail, or what we can do is bring the rest of the tail to it, which I think is the better idea since we already have some of it coming over. So we'll go back all the way over here to where we have our 3 flat waiting for us, and we'll start going up and to the right from it, 4 flat. So put your placement up right here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right 2 flat after that, 1, 2. We're then going to go up and to the right 8 single pieces of light blue wool. So make sure you count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And we're almost leveled up to the part where we have to go down. So we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 2 single. And I'll start going down and to the right from there until we touch this corner piece. So the way we're going to go down and to the right is first, we're not even going to go down and to the right. We're actually going to put 2 blocks to the right of this top one. We're then going to go down and to the right, 2 flat. Down and to the right, 2 single. And now just to make that gap meet up, what we're going to do is from the second block in our 2 single, so this one right here on the right side, we're going to put 1 below it. And we're going to add 1 to our pair of 6 right here to make it 7 long. So once you have that, you should be good. And if you want, we're going to jump into the tail. I'm pretty sure you do want to jump into the tail, so it should be easy. So we're going to go to the top block in our 7 vertical right here on the right side. And we're actually going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical from it. Or do we? Do I want to start that part of the tail now? Let me just clean up this dirt block. I'll think for a second. So clean up these dirt blocks, because if I start that part, it might be a little bit more difficult to bind things together. So I think I want to pick the easier route for you guys. So that's what I will do. So from the top right of the 7 vertical we have right here, we're going to actually go up and to the right, 2 vertical from it. So top block, 2 vertical like that. And we're going to add an extra 1 to the right side of each of these blocks, so it becomes a brick chunk. And let's work with the left side of that chunk now. So this left side right here. So what we're going to do first is go up and to the left from it. 3 single blocks. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 2 flat. We're then going to go up and to the left, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from there, we're going to curve it back downwards and keep the curve going. This little gap right here in between it, you can actually put the black wool in there if you want, just to separate things so that they make more sense, if that helps you. This is all going to be framed later anyways, so I would just separate it right now if you want to. Anyways, from the 4 flat, we're going to go down and to the left, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to go down and to the left, 10 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And from there, we're going to be going up and to the left and connecting those verticals and singles all into the tail point. So we're going to go up and to the left, 2 flat, 4 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. So this is 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And that's actually the left part of his tail now complete. But we need to do the right side, so we'll jump right into that and make sure it gets done. So going back all the way to the right side where we have this brick, we're going to work with the right side of the brick now. And what we're going to do is from the right side, we're going to go up and to the left, 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3, and it's touching the blocks we've already had, but it's extending in a new direction. So it should look like this. From there, we're going to go up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 3 single. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to switch over into flats for the remainder of this part of the tail until we reach the end. So we're going to go up and to the left, 3 flat. Continuing on that diagonal, we're going to go up and to the left 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now let's go back down and dip inward. So we're going to go down into the left now. 4 flat. Down to left again. 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, we're really close to the end of that tail right there. So we're just going to bring it up by going up and to the left 2 singles. Up and to the left 2 flat. And then dropping it back down by going down into the left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. And then up into the left 1 single to close out the shape. So that's part of the tail like completely done now. So let's jump into the body of Articuno actually, because I do think that the body doesn't take too much time, and also we are like pretty much like almost halfway done because this pixel is very smooth to do. So what I want to do is go to the center of the tail where we have the farthest dip inwards, right here. So the farthest dip is on the 3 singles we had going downward, and on top of it we're going to put 1 dirt and then 1 light blue, like so. And this is going to start the body. So from that first single, on the left side, we're going to go up and to the left 4 singles from it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the right side, we're actually going to go up and to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singles, sorry. 1, 2, 3. I can't place anything. 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And let me just readjust the cameraman while I have the chance, because I have a feeling later on it's going to be I'm going to want him to be farther back or something like that, just because it's easier to see like that. And I don't want him to miss some of the build. So there we go. So on the left side, we're going to go up and to the left, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. And then we're going to come back inward. So 1, 2, 3. And like I said, we're going to come back inward, so we're going to go up and to the right from here. 3 vertical. So placement block on the right side. 1, 2, 3. Placement block again, so we can go up and to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're at the neck of the beak or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to up and to the right 2 vertical. And actually at that part is where I want to go to the right side and get that a little bit caught up too, because I want to do the crown of the head at the same time, just because it's so much like an identifying factor in like if you know what the Team Mystic logo looks like. So on the right side, we're going to up and to the right 6 vertical and start curving it inward after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to place our placement blocks on the left side each time. So let's go up and to the left 2 vertical. Up and to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 1 single. And let's just get rid of these dirt blocks now. Perfect. So from here, what I want to do for the top of the beak is very simple. First, we're going to go up and to the right on the left side, 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's also some splitting points here on what I want to do with the beak. So what I think I'll do is I'll do the beak stuff later. But I want to definitely cover the face now. So we'll do... Actually, I'll just do whatever I want right now. Very confusing to do. So at the 7 vertical right here, we're going to go up into the right 1 single. And that's going to start like the little beak part. So from that 1 single, we're going to do a couple things. First, we're going to put 1 on top of it. Then from that block on top, we're going to put 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to work with that. So all the way on the left side where we have this 1 block by itself, we're going to go up into left 1 single. Up into left 2 flat. And on the left block and the 2 flat, we're going to add 3 on top of it to make it 4 in length. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Next, we're going to go up into left 2 vertical. And from the bottom block and the 2 vertical, we're just going to add 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now to close out this left part of his whatever you want to call it, the crown of his head, we're going to go down to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 1 single. Down to the right 2 vertical again. And it kind of meets up with what we already had. So I'm actually going to check it out. And yeah, it matches up perfectly. So let's color this in now. and then we can move on to the middle crown, or whatever you want to call it. So I suggest putting a black layer to the right of each block real quick, like this, just on the right of all of these, just so you can move on and actually do the middle one. So after you do that, you should have a layer of 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 in black wool, or whatever you want to call it. And some of the detail I'm going to have to cover later or fix it later, but we're not going to fix it yet. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the right of this 2 black, this 2 vertical at the bottom right here, and put a light blue after each of them, like so. Then another black, because this is symmetrical. So this little black slant we have over here is going to eventually mirror what we have already placed. So let's put the, oh, it's black wool I'm supposed to place. All right, so once you have the 2 vertical light blue wools like this, what you want to do is go 1 above it, like so, and then 1 to the left and 1 to the right, and we'll work with that. So if you want to make this easier on yourself, what you do to one side, you do to the other. Otherwise, we'll just take our time. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go up and from the left side 2 more blocks, like so. We're then going to go up and to the left 2 single, up and to the right 2 vertical, up and to the right 4 vertical, I want to say 4 vertical sounds about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and for the top, the very top right here, we're just gonna go up and to the right 2 vertical, and that should be centered out as well. So if you want, you can just copy this onto the right side. What you did to the left, do to the right. Should be very easy to do. So we're gonna go to the right side and add 2 to the top. We're then gonna go up and to the right 2 singles, 1, 2. Then bring it back in by going up and to the left 2 vertical, and then up and to the left 4 vertical to close out the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now once you color it in, so color in the insides only, we do still have to do some of the black outlining stuff, which is a pain in the butt, but it's okay at the same time, because by placing this, you've actually helped yourself out. So by switching to your black, we're going to start at this single right here. And actually, you can outline this whole, all these blues if you want, but I don't think you want to do that yet. So what we're going to do is go to this first 2 blocks right here. And we're going to put 1 over to the right like that. We're then going to fill in these 2 spots right here with black wool. And that kind of sets us up to make the other side the same thing. If you can mirror this over here with the black, then do it. But otherwise, I'll show you how to do it in a second. It's not too hard, but we need to do the 3rd arch. So what we're going to do is after this 2 vertical blacks here on the right side, we're going to put 2 vertical light blues, kind of like we have over here on the left. And then on the top block, we're going to put 3 to the right of it. 1, 2, 3. Now from this 4 flat we have right here, we're going to go to the right side of it and go up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 2 vertical. But actually no, not up and to 2 vertical. We're going to go to the right block and put 1 on top of it to make it look like 2 vertical. Sorry. So let me just zoom out and show you. It's very late right now. It's like 3 a.m. guys, so sorry if I'm like being really confusing. I'm trying my best. Anyways, from there we're going to actually go up and to the right 2 vertical, which is where I meant before. Like so, at the diagonal, only touching there. We're then going to go up and to the right 3 vertical. And from the 3 vertical, we're going to go to the middle block and add an extra 3 flat going to the left. 1, 2, 3. Now let's bring this down and into here, and it should mirror what we have on the left side. So from this left part, we're going to go down into left 2 vertical, down into left 1 single, then down to left 2 vertical again. And now let's color that in. And once you color it in, just surround these blocks with black wool. So these inner parts get surrounded all with black wool. And if you're wondering why I haven't surrounded these parts right here, you can do that right now actually. So let's do that right now. Let's surround everything. The left, right, tops, and bottoms of each block get surrounded with black, but nothing at diagonals. So that's the crown right there, but we are missing some inner detail down here. So let's bring up this one single by going up and to the left, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So it's touching the block that it should. Let's fill in the beak now, and then we'll be done with that, and we can move on to the wings and the back arch. So what we're going to do is on this bottom row right here, below this 2 vertical and 2 vertical, we're just going to fill it all in with black, like this. And then these 3 middle blocks, we're going to put 1 light blue below each of them. 1, 1, 1. Then 1 black wool below each of those. And then 1 black wool below the middle block. And that's how we get the beak done. And if you want to right now, you can color this all in with blue. But I suggest you wait until we're done with the rest of it, because we're going to do the wings next. And then we're going to do the little framing border stuff. These pointy border stuff that surround each of the pixel arts. But I suggest we do the wings first, because that's a little bit more time consuming. And I feel comfortable getting those out of the way. So moving to the left side of the pixel art, where we have the 2 vertical right here. Let me just mark it for you to see. It's kind of at the level with the beak. On the right side we have 7 vertical right here, and on the bottom we have 4 vertical. We're going to go to the 2 and put a placement block to the left of each of them. Then a light blue to the left. Now from that light blue, we should only have 2 of them. We're going to put 4 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's where the wing starts. So on the top, we're going to go up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 flat. Up and to the left, 1 single again. Up and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to start curving up vertically, but the way we're going to do that is by switching over into some singles right before we go into the vertical stage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up and to the left, 2 flat. Up and to the left, 1 single. And here's our transition block, the single right here. So after we're going to do verticals, we're going to go up and to the left, 3 vertical. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 3 vertical again. And let me just zoom out and see real quick. We have 3, 2, 3. And what I want to do next, it's kind of complicated because the wing kind of goes into another part of the arch segment right here. So what I think I'll do is, instead of just adding 3 right here, we'll add a 4th block right here. And then go up and to left, 1 single. And then 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now when we do the arch later, you'll see that how close it is to this frame, but for now you don't know what's going on, so it's okay. So after those 2 vertical 2 times in a row, we're going to go up and to left, 1 single. Up and to left, 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Up and to left, 2 singles. And now we're switching over into flats because this is the part of the wing that kind of curves in outward, and we don't need to go any more high up. So after those 2 singles, we're going to up and to the left, 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then finally up and to left, 3 flat. And we need to bring that downwards and to the right to curve it back in. So on that 3 flat, we're going to skip the first 2 blocks, but the third one's going to get one underneath it. And we'll work with that. So this is the one we placed underneath. All we need to do is go 1 next to it with our placement block. So there's 2 right here. And then go down into the right, 2 flat. So 1, 2. We already had 1 block there. We're then going to go down into the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the left, 1 single. And now we're bringing it right back out to the tip of the wings. Very easy to do. So from here, we're going to up and to the left, 2 flat 4 times in a row. 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3, 4. Delete that, delete that. Whoops. Okay. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 flat 4 times in a row again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for the tip of the wing, we're going to go up and to the left 3 flat. And from the left block all the way in that 3 flat, we're going to add 2 below it. Like so. Let me just go back and delete these dirt blocks now. So from that 3 vertical, we're going to start going down and to the right. So what I want you to do is put your placement block underneath each time. So we're going to go down and to the right. 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then let's get rid of some of these dirt blocks as we prepare to do one of the indents in the wing. So from there, we're going to go down and to the right. 2 flat again. Except from this 2 flat, we're going to do a couple of things. First, from the left block, we're going to put 1 below it. Then 3 going to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then from the right block, we're actually going to go down and to the right from it, 2 flat. So there should be this kind of gap right here. As we keep going down and to the right from this 2 flat, we'll go down and to the right 2 flat again. And now to begin to close out the shape, we're going to go down and to the right 1 single. And then to bring it back in, we're going to go down and to the left 1 single. Up and to the left 2 flat. Up and to the left 1 single. And then we're almost even with the kind of 2 we had right here. And actually, let me fix something up. From the 2 flat, let's extend it over an extra 1 block because I want it to be even with this 2 right here. So instead of putting a 2, make it 3 long. And then we're going to go up and to the left 1 single, which will connect us to the 4 flat we had waiting right here. Alright, now from the 4 flat we have waiting right here, we're going to work with that next and go to the final block on the left side and put 1 going underneath. We're then going to go down and to the right 2 vertical. Down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 2 flat. And here's where some of the work is going to start for like little holes in his wings. What I want you to do is we're going to go down and to the right 1 single. And from that 1 single, we're going to cut some placement blocks or black wool. I want to use black wool actually. We'll go down to the right 2 flat. And then do that again with another set of 2 flat. And that's just setting up some of the framework for the wings and stuff. And actually, let me take a look at the finished build real quick and see, because I am improvising a little bit of this, but I don't know whether or not it's actually colored in like that. So for the finished build, yeah, it is kind of colored in like that. So what I want you to do is go to the single we have right here and actually put 1 single there. I mean 1 black instead of that. There we go. So instead of a single light blue, we're going to use a single black wool there. Anyways, continuing from that single black wool, we're going to go down and to the left from it, 2 flat pieces of light blue wool. And if you want, you can surround each of these black pieces with a light blue wool until you reach around to this corner where you have the 2 waiting, just to make sure everything makes sense. Like look, just do this. Because this is all going to be colored in later. It's just right now you might want to be making all your blue connect. So you could do that if you want. You don't have to. When we color later, it'll make sense. But anyways, from that 2 flat we had right here, we're going to go to the right block and put 2 going right below it. 1, 2. We're then going to go down to the right 1 single. Down to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 2 singles now. 1, 2. Down to the right 3 vertical. And we're almost done with this left wing. It goes really fast once we hit the bottom parts. Down to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And at the end of that 6 flat, what we're actually going to do is start coming back out again by going down to the right 1 single. And using that again as our arc, like our angle point to come back out. So from that 1 single, we're going to actually go down and to the left from it. 4 flat. 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3, 4. down and to the left, one single again, down and to the right, two vertical, and from the bottom block in that two vertical, what you're going to do is we're going to put an extra 5 going to the right of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be 6 blocks in total. Hopefully you're able to sort that out. And from there, it's going to get a lot easier. We're going to go up and to the right, one single. I suggest you put a placement block right here and leave it there, because we're going to go up and to the right, one single, down and to the right, one single, and then down and to the left, one single, which just basically surrounded every part of that dirt block. And we're going to continue from this bottom single by going down into the left, 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. From that 3 flat, we're going to go to the left block and put 1 underneath it, and then 1 to the right. Next, we're going to go down into the right, 3 flat, whoops, 1, 2, 3. And from the 3 flat right there, we're going to go to the right side of it and put 2 black wools going to the right. And then we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. So we're going to be working with the 2 flat black wools right here and not these actually. So what I want you to do is we're going to go below the 2 flat black wools right here and put 2 light blue wools underneath each of them. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Easy. Now from the bottom right there, we're going to go down and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, whoops. 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go up and to the right, 1 black wool. And that's going to start off that part of the wing. And from that black wool, we're going to go down and to the right, 3 vertical pieces of light blue wool, like so. But you guys are probably wondering where we're going to keep this black wool going. So I want you to add an extra 2 singles going up and to the right from it. And that should be done with that spot right there. And we can go back to working with the light blue wool and connecting this wing, which as you can see is really close to being done. So from the 3 vertical we have right here, we're going to go to the bottom block and put an extra 3 going to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, just like that. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, up and to the right, 1 single, and then we're going to repeat that pattern of 2 vertical and 1 single once more, and hopefully it connects with that block right there. So let's see if it does. So 2 and then 1, which it did. So if you have this, that means your left wing is completely done now, which is perfect. We do need one of the black arches I missed, which on the left side is very easy to find. We're going to go to where we have the 3 vertical right after the 2 singles over here. Let me mark it for you. And what I want you to do is from the top block in that 3 vertical, we're going to knock the top block off, so this one, and put a black wool there instead. We're then going to add an extra 3 black wools to the right of it, 1, 2, 3. And if you want, you can surround that in the light blue wool, kind of like what you did at the upper part right there. Just surround all the sides of it. And it creates like this nice wingspan shape. If you want, you can surround the entire thing in black wool right now and then put the inside with blue, but we're going to go to the right wing and get right onto that. So for the right wing, what we're going to do is, let me just readjust myself first. We're going to go to where we have the 8 vertical on this side of the beak now. And what I want you to do is go to about the 4th block, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, the 4th block. So find it from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the right of it, we're going to put a placement and then a light blue wool. So it should look like this. So from that 1 single now, what we're going to do is go down and to the right from it. 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. And what we're doing is basically the same thing over there. We're looping it around. So we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single. Down to the right, 2 vertical again. Actually, let's repeat that last step. You see how we have 2 vertical, then 1 single? Let's do that twice. So let's go down to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finish that up with a single. And now we're about to convert over into some flats. So what we're going to do is go down to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to give the wing its lengthy shape. Kind of like how over there, it like goes all the way to the right. So we're going to go up and to the right. 1 single. Up and to the left. 1 single. up and to the right, one single again. So we're just getting that jagged wing shape. And then from that top block, we're gonna go down and to the right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the only block that's empty is gonna be the center block. From the 5 flat all the way on the right side, we're gonna go up and to the right, one single. Up and to the left, one single. And from that second block right here, we're gonna put one black wool on top of it, and then go up and to the left, one black wool again. Whoops, kind of like this. And we're gonna go to the bottom black wool right here, switch over to our light blue wool, and put 5 going to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, we're gonna go up and to the right, one single. Up and to the left, 2 flat. Up and to the left, one single. And from that one single, we're gonna go on top of it and put one black wool. And then 3 light blue wools going to the right of that black wool. 1, 2, 3. So make sure you're following this very carefully. Once you outline the entire thing, some of these black wools will connect with your outline, so you'll see what I'm talking about then. But for now, it just looks a little bit confusing, which is understandable. From the 3 flat, we're gonna go down and to the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, one single. And from that single, we're gonna now switch to the left side and go up and to the left, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is gonna do another indent for the wing. And then to arch back out, we're gonna go up and to the left, one single. And like I said, this is the arch back out, so we're gonna be going to the right now. Always come back in to like a single point and then come back out for a farther out stretch. So we're gonna up and to the right, 7 flat next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up and to the right, one single. Up and to the right from there, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And from that 3 vertical, we're gonna go to the left side, switch over to our black wool once again, and we're gonna go up and to the left, 3 flat. Now from that 3 flat, before we move back into the light blue wools, what I'm gonna want you to do is go down and to the left, a second set of 3 flat. So bear with me for a moment. And then we'll just go back to the right side, switch over to our light blue wool, and right above our first block, or this one all the way on the right, we're gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat at the diagonal. So it looks like this. Now believe it or not, we're almost at the top of the wing. We're like about halfway there. So let's just get the show on the road. We're gonna go up and to the right, 2 singles next. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. So we got 1, 2. And every time we have like a thing going on in a row like that, it's very easy to do because we're actually right at another part of the wing. So we'll switch over to our black wool. Above this 2 vertical, we'll put a black and then a light blue wool. But before we mess with the light blue wool again, we'll use the black wool like we usually do, so switch back to that. And what I want you to do is put 1 to the right, 2 to the left, and stick to the left side. Because at the diagonal, we're gonna go 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And then at the same diagonal, going down to the left, 2 flat again. 1, 2. Now we can go above to the light blue wool and continue from there. What we're gonna do is go up and to the right, 2 flat. I mean, not 2 flat, 2 single, sorry. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. 2 vertical again. And from the top block in that 2 vertical, we're gonna put 1 to the left. Actually, you can end up putting 2 to the left if you wanted to, but I actually want to show you a little bit more of the outline stuff. So what we're gonna do is go up and to the left from this block, 1 single piece of black wool, and then going up and to the right from that black wool, 2 flat pieces of light blue wool. So we have this now. And it's gonna be a similar pattern, kind of what we did down there. We're gonna use the black wool to go down. So we're gonna go down to the left, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. So 1, like that, 2, and then 3, and that's actually it for there. So the outline's coming out perfect. Now let's do the final arch in the pixel art. We're gonna go up and to the right 2 singles from the right side of this 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. And then for the top of the wing, we're gonna go up and to the right 3 vertical now. Kind of like what we had over there on the left side. Except on the top block of that 3 vertical, we're just gonna put 1 to the left. Not anything fancy, just 1. But we need to build downward now. So to build downward, we're gonna go down and to the left, 2 flat, 5 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me just get rid of these dirt blocks and zoom out for a quick second. So from the final block in that 5, what we're gonna do is go down and to the left, 1 single. And to that single, we're gonna put 3 pieces of black wool going to the left. 1, 2, 3. Now from there, we're gonna go down to the left 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, and then down to the left 1 single. And that's it for that black wool right there. You can actually surround these with light blue wool if you want. So put the bottoms with all light blue wool, the left side of everything with some light blue wool, and the top of everything with some light blue wool. But nothing at the diagonals. See, this diagonal spot right here is not gonna get filled in. We're gonna focus on some greater detail right now. So what I want next is we're going to actually knock off this light blue wool above this one that's all the way to the right here. And then we'll continue from there. So it should be 2 flat right now. Let's extend it over 1 to the left. So it becomes 3 flat, and we'll work with this 3 flat right here. Ignore these other blocks, we'll work with the 3 flat and I'll outline it for you. So from the end of that 3 flat, we're gonna go down and to the left, 2 flat, so 1, 2. Down to left 2 flat again, 1, 2. Down to the left 2 singles, 1, 2. So this is what we've placed so far if you guys are wondering what we've been doing. So that's where the new blocks we just placed are. From that single, we're gonna go down to the left 2 vertical. Down to the left 1 single. Down to left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Very easy to do. And we're almost at the inner part of the wing. So let's just hang on there. We're gonna go down to the left 3 vertical next. And from that 3 vertical, we're gonna go to the top block. And we're gonna put 1 placement block to the left, and then a light blue wool. And we're gonna put 1 below and 1 above that light blue wool. And we'll come back to that later. You can mark it right now if you want. We're not gonna be touching it yet. We're gonna go back over here. From there, we're gonna go down to the left, 2 vertical again. Down to the left, 3, then 2 again. So this same 3 vertical, 2 vertical pattern, we're gonna recopy that. So go down to the left, that same pattern once more. Like that. Down to left 2 singles. Down to left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block. 1, 2. And hopefully we're gonna close out the shape here. We're gonna go down to left 1 single. Then down to left 2 vertical. And it did lock out the shape, which means the wings are complete. So now all we need to do are the outer linings of our Articuno, which is over on the left side, the top, which is what we have marked right here, and the right side. So we'll jump right into that in a minute. So I want to work on the left and right side first because the top is pretty easy and we already have a starting point for the top. So for the left side, what we're going to do is drop all the way to the bottom left of the tail to where we have this flat over here. Should be 9 flat, followed by 2 flat, and then it goes down 3 singles. We're going to go to this first single and the 2 flat. That's what we're going to be working with. And what I want to do is go up and to the left, 1 single from each of those. So up and to the left 1 single here, and up and to the left 1 single there. Now from the right single, we're going to put 1 on top of it. So we can work with any of these to continue. I'm going to work with the left side because that's usually what I do. So on the left side, we're going to go up and to the left, 2 singles, 1, 2. It's kind of evened out with the other side now. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 6 single now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 1 single again. Up and to the left, 2 vertical again. And now here's where the big stretch comes in. We're gonna add another 30 going up and to the left, and that should be the top right there. So 3 groups of 10, or just flat out 30, you count it how you please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1 group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2. And 1 more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And if you see, it's leveled out with the bottom block and this 2 vertical. That's the right spot for it to be at. All we're gonna do now is count down 3 from the top. 1, 2, 3. And on that 3rd block, we're gonna put 1 blue to the right, like so. And that's where we want our right side to reach up to. So let's drop down to the right side where we have this 2 vertical waiting for us. And let's bring that up. All right, it should have its own whopping number to bring up to, but we're not gonna be there yet. We're gonna first go up and to the left, 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 2 singles. Up and to the left, 2 vertical again. 1, 2. And then for the big number, we're gonna go up and to the left, 24 vertical. So placement block, 24 is 2 groups of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're then going to go up and to the left, 3 vertical. Up and to the left, 1 single. And then up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. So let's drop back down, and that's actually it for this left side. You can color that in and then surround it if you want. Let's actually go to the right side now. The right side's a little bit as easy too. All we're gonna do on the right side is go all the way to where we have the bend in the tail on this side, where we have the 3 verticals 2 times in a row, followed by a single. So what we're gonna do is go to this corner piece right here, on the single, and are we in the right spot? I think we're in the right spot. Do I want to start from here or not? I think I want to start from the top actually. So let's fly up to the top of the right wing. And what we're going to do is find where we have the 7 flat, 1 single, and then 3 vertical. So let me just touch it with some blocks for you. Because down there was a bit confusing. So this is the part we want to start at. We're going to go to the right of the 1 single and put 1 placement block. And then 1 light blue wool. Like that. Oh no, I deleted. Oh, I missed. Okay, let me just put those back. So you should have this, the 1 placement block and then the 1 blue wool. Now from that blue wool, we're gonna put 1 underneath, and we're gonna continue from there. We're first gonna go down and to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. We're then gonna go down and to the left, 28 vertical. So count that out slowly. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfectamundo. So from there, what we're actually going to do is we're going to remove some of those blocks, but just not yet. So we're going to go down to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 singles. And then up and to the right, 33 vertical. Which should take us to the top of this side. So 33 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So as you can see, it touched back with what we had at the top waiting. You can color it in, but at the bottom, however, we're gonna edit out some of it. What I want you to do is drop all the way down here, and where we have the last block in our 28 vertical on the left side, so this last block right here, I want you to get rid of that. And I want you to get rid of this first single right here. Now the way you can connect them now is by taking this single that's by itself and just putting one to the left. And that's the way I want you to have it. That was just a minor edit because the other form was the original build, but that's just an edit I made. So now we're actually on the final part of the pixel art, which is going to be the arch above the top of his head. And let's just go up to where we had the 3 vertical marked off right above his head when we were doing the right wing. The perfect place to continue from. And my leg is itching, I don't know why. So from the 3 vertical, on the bottom, we're going to go down to the left 1 single. And then from there, we're going to go up and to the left. So we're going to keep going up and to the left, so put your placement block on the left side. 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. 2 flat, 1, 2. And we're going to do that pattern again, 3 flat, then 2 flat. So just follow that same pattern, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let me just zoom out so you can see. Exactly the same pattern. And we're almost at the top already. All we're going to do is go up and to the left 3 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go up and to the left 2 flat. And that's the top of the pixel art right there, or the top of the bottom half, I mean. So we're going to start arching downwards now by going down into the left. So keep your placement block on the left side still. Should be effective. 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. 2 flat, 1, 2. And then we're going to do this 3 flat, 2 flat a second time again. So just follow that same pattern. Placement block on the left side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Very easy to do. Hopefully you don't get lost. And then for the final part, before we edge out or like curve back in, we're going to go down into the left 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And on the final block in that 3 flat, we're going to put 1 above it. And then we can actually go and do the other side, I think, and bring that around. So let's fly all the way to the beginning where we have the 3 vertical right here. And on the top block now, we're going to put 1 to the left and start that. So first we're going to up and to left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to left 2 flat. Up and to left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're almost at the center part of the head right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up and to left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And we're just about above the center. So all we're going to do is put 1 single at that diagonal to continue for the center part right here. Kind of lines up with the crown of the head, which is perfect. And then we're going to just go and bring this back down with, I think it's an exact mirror of this side. Yeah, it's an exact mirror of this side on the left side. So it's going to be 3, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. So we're going to go down to the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3, because that's what's on the right side. If you can mirror it, you can just skip this part, but otherwise I'll go over it. Down to left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down to left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go down to left 2, then 3, then 2 next. So 2 flat, 3 flat, then 2 flat again. And that should meet up with what we already had built. So all we're gonna do there is close out the shape and color it in. So you can get rid of these dirt blocks, all of them actually. And anything that's inside is going to get light blue, and then the outside is all going to be colored with black. And I'll show you how the finished product looks so you guys can jump right into that and start finishing your Team Mystic pixel art. But this is the end pretty much. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. So now we're here with the finished build, which contains light blue wool and black wool. And what we're going to do is all the parts that are kind of inside are going to get colored in with light blue. And then once you have everything colored in with light blue for this pixel art, what I want you to do is go to the bottom, left, top, and right of each of these and just round it for like a framing effect. So now we're gonna go now we're gonna finish talking about the colors. So we have light blue and black wool, which we're gonna use to color in all the detail. So on the wings, the inside, the top of the crown, the tail, and also the frame, we're gonna all be doing with light blue wool. But after that, after you have everything colored in, I want you to take the black wool and every piece of light blue wool, you're gonna go to the left, top, right, left, top, right, and bottom. And if there's nothing there, put a black wool. And that's how you get this perfect looking frame. It looks very crisp and looks very complete, so this is why I like it. And we also already did the inner detail of that frame, so you can always do the crown of the head easy, and it should look like this when you're done. Be sure to tweet me if you guys have finished any of the Pokemon Go pixel arts, because you know everybody has their team pride, so whichever one's your team, be sure to show me the finished one of that one if you did do it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, however, and this is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.